spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support. They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
So, the gist of it is, I know she already did it, but I might as well go over it. The thing, this scouts, as she stated, are very good. Are very good for movement, for overall, really nice spot. It's very easy to use scouts to obtain. It's easy to, they are basically to obtain intel. They are basically to find enemies. They are for your recovery. However, while they are not as good with firepower, they do pack a decent punch regardless. They're not gonna be your first option for combat, but they're still able to hold their own. Sorry. Also, if you played Skies of Arcadia or know of that game, there you go, you got Ica. And shock troopers, they're bulky, they hit very hard, they're able to take hits, as well pretty much stated. And otherwise, they don't have as much mobility, but they're able to work well, especially if you want defense. Next. Oh yeah, here's Vice, also from Skies of Arcadia. If you want to use him, there he is. Next is the Lancers. As was stated, they are very good for what they can do. They hit extremely hard. They hit extremely hard. They are bulky, but they don't like gunfire, and they also don't like. They don't like gunfire. That's pretty much their one drawback. They're also not that good to take on regular enemy units. They're your anti-tank unit, and you want to have them around because sometimes you deal with tanks. They're always your good option to do it. Engineers, as you said, they're very mobile. They can restock on the go, so they're again pretty good. And their Ragnate healing is way better than others. So there you go. And finally, snipers. Long range, hit extremely hard. They're not that good to take other things, but they're great on their own. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk potentials. I oppose the idea that this is why you pick your units, because this is not how the game is supposed to be played. Every character has their own story, and you find more about them as you play with them. We'll get to that at that point, but yeah, this is how it goes. Yeah, potentials are activated, as far as I know, at random. That's pretty much it. Yeah, as you can see, you can go through everything else. This is pretty. Some of them have only positive potentials, some of them don't, which is pretty bad. Yeah, here you see. Yeah, here you go. Carl is one of my favorite units to use, being fully honest. Also, at some point you can get his girlfriend. I don't know what the conditions are to activate to get her, and she's one of the best shock troopers in the game, period. Oh yeah, there it is, Lynn. And yeah, and actually, yeah, I'm gonna just press X and there they
lands
are.
it, sir. It's a pleasure to join you.
Eventually, you'll be unlocking more units and so on. I'm gonna bring in Oscar with me.
Hey, I'm Oscar Baylor. Thanks for taking me on board.
I'm gonna bring both because I like carrying both
My
two
name
snipers.
is Cesare Regard, and I'll handle things my own way, thank you.
Yeah, there you go with him. As far as this goes, I've always liked Elise. Here are her own. Yeah, she has very, very negative potentials. Yoko also does, but we'll see on those. Yeah, you can see them. And this is Eddie Nelson of the Eddie Detachment. I don't know if I'll recruit her in all honesty, but yeah. I definitely am gonna take
The name's
Vice.
Vice Engelbard. Let's go kick this war in the teeth.
I am also taking Aika because she's one of my
Hey there.
favorites to play.
I'm Ika Thompson. I'll try my best. Sound good, Welkin?
Other things. I honestly don't like this guy, not because... Seriously, man? I actually like carrying
I'm
Hermes
Hermes
around
Kissinger.
until I
With
get...
me here, your squad will get twice the girls.
So I like carrying him around as long as I don't have others. I'm also going to carry Juno because she is one of my
Uno
favorites
Corin,
before
reporting
that.
for duty. Looks like I'll be joining you in Squad 7.
She's one of my favorites to carry around until a better unit appears. That will until a unit I like more appears, rather. Another one I like carrying
Hello,
around.
sir. My name is Nadine. I'm sure I'll be coming to you for help.
Yeah. I like carrying Elise until someone else comes along.
Hi, my name's Elise Moore. Nice to meet you.
I have 8 spots left, so those are the ones I largely care for covering.
I'm Edie Nelson. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly.
I like carrying 4, 5. Gonna bring this
Hi,
guy.
I'm Alex Raymond. I look forward to serving with you, Welkin.
That voice sounds familiar.
I'm Cherry Steinen, like with a J. It's silent, but, I'm not.
Okay then. Okay, 5. I still have 5 slots, which I'm gonna cover with pretty much anything. I'm gonna have
The name's
Walter.
Walter Nash, buddy. Pleasure to be working with you.
4. Niels for now.
I'm Niels Darden. I'll see you on the field.
Okay then. 3. I'll have 2 more of these, and
Paige Salinger, reporting for duty, sir.
I'm gonna carry Claudia for
Hello,
now.
I'm Claudia Mann. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations.
Finally, last scout, which is gonna be this guy.
I'm Noche Wordsworth. Hi.
And that's it for now.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad.
From time to time, you'll
As
be.
time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list.
Thanks, Captain. I was gonna go through for
and
that.
all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat. They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field. You can swap out members without the worry of losing the benefit of their experience. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with. That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
So that's pretty much it. Vera pretty much explained it for me.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility. Come to think of it, Faldio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
So there you go. Next option I'm gonna show off for this one is barracks. All this is for is to change weaponry. You don't have anything for now though, so it's not as important. You can go through every single unit, their potentials, their here it is. Engineer's tool, which is how they get rid of things and how they fix things up. Strangely, Engineer's tool is you only pick it up whenever you're going to heal tanks. Otherwise, engineers use the tool automatically. So yeah, that's how I like it. 2 snipers, 3 engineers, 4 lancers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fire shock troopers, and 6 scouts. This is really how I like to have the team, because I always use more scouts than the others. Largely. And yeah, this is Rosie and Largo, which are the common ones, who you will be using very often. Next episode, I'll show you the training field and the R&D facility. Thank you for watching, and this has been Israel Sun.